G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Oh, it's your boy freezing his balls off, Wombat. And I thought I'd have a nice little conversation before the rain starts coming down again. Lovely, lovely, heavenly urination. Ah man, it's been a cold and miserable week. Fortunately, I had a few videos in the bag, so we actually were able to be fine. But I don't have any left, and it's going to be raining for a little while, and I'm going to have to fit in the ye old videos in between the shitty rain. Can I find neutral? Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. And yeah, so it was raining before. It's not raining now, so here we are, enjoying the little patch of dryness before it all goes to shit later. In new news, I did buy some new padding for my helmet and a new visor, so it's no more scratched and it's not falling out of the bloody thing, because my old rock stuff was a bit well, it was loose from factory and I waited too damn long to claim it on the warranty because I'm a fucking idiot. So unfortunately I had to pay for it, but I couldn't afford a pin lock visor, so I had to use the old one. Just gave it a wash and chucked it back in. So yeah, a little unfortunate in that regard, but we move. So today I thought I'd talk about a joyous thing, about just honestly the best parts about riding around with your friends. Now, last time I did a video that was sort of similar. This was the things that no one tells you about riding. Now this is different because people do tell you these things, but I'm just going to reiterate them and solidify them in your brain about just how good they are, okay? Now, I almost forgot the name of the video topic I wanted to do, but don't worry, I remembered. We Gucci. But the first point I want to make about the best parts about riding bikes, it's the thing I'm doing right now, man. It's just the fact of simply riding it to begin with is one of the best fucking feelings in the world. Having a bad day, go for a ride. You know, fighting with the missus, go for a ride. Someone at work pissed you off, go for a ride. Having a great day, make it better, go for a ride. Honestly, just being on the two wheels is just, it's indescribable. The first time you do it, you'll be fucking over the moon because of how much fun it is, and then the 100th time you do it, it's the same thing. Now, I've heard people say, oh, you get bored of it. Nah, mate, no such thing. It is the greatest. It's always fun. Man, if you have a bike and you have the abilities to get on a bike, just do it. It's one of the things that simply just brings joy to your fucking life, man. Obviously, it can't cure your crippling depression, but it can bring a smile. Man, riding a bike is simply just one of the greatest joys in life. And coming up to a second point is that traffic is basically non-existent when you're on a bike, because you can just simply do this in between cars. Because who cares about traffic when you can just go in between the vehicles? Now, if you're on a backed up freeway, hey, you could go straight through them, baby, because nobody likes traffic. And we've done that before. I think I was on the M3 and the cars are bumper to bumper, unable to move anywhere, and you just go, guess what I'm gonna do? Not wait, baby. Boom, through the middle. Now, obviously, there's more piss missile boys who like to go straight through the middle of everybody, and trucks like that scare the shit out of those who are already scared about lane filtering because they swerve and get in your way. So, yep, there you go. You gotta be careful, those boys. It can make a bad day worse, but obviously, we're talking about the joys here, man, and being able to go funnel through traffic like it's not there is just, it's just the way to move, honestly, man. It's the way, okay? Whee! Now, another one that you won't know until you've done it is the first time you hit the twisties, okay? Now, ideally you do it with some boys, but hitting the twisties the first time, look, you're going to be pretty shit at it, I'm not going to lie, but it's going to be so rewarding. Oh, dude, you have no idea how much fun hitting the twisties are. The first time I did it, it was an area that wasn't super twisty, but it was twisty enough, and it was dark as well, so it was really fucking sketchy. But it's just like, there's a gif of these people, like, what, riding the bike with it's like the jets going through the canyons. That's pretty much how it is. It feels, so good. Oh, so good, it do, and I mean it. See, look at that. Hey, traffic, that's nice. Imagine having to wait in that, unless you're in most states of America, which is a big sad. But if you're in some Asian country or India, man, there's no such thing as traffic, because everything is traffic and it's just a free-for-all. So you can't be stuck in traffic because it's just constant. Oh, man. Now, coming off the previous point of the twisties, all right, one of the better things is going for a ride with the boys is just fucking, there is nothing that can compare to how much fun that is. It is so good when you go for a ride with your mates. Especially like you have a boy who's feeling kind of down and he goes, hey man, I'm not having the best day, can we just go for a ride or something? You fucking bet your ass we going for rides, baby. It's so much fun. It's a great thing, especially if you got your comms going. If not, it's just a fun fucking session. You can talk afterwards, but riding with the boys is just, hoi, mate, it's the best. Now, it's even better when your boys haven't got bikes that have been smashed in and been in repair for like 5 months, but hey man, we move, I suppose. Hugh, post an F in the chat for that boy, ladies and girls. Ladies and girls. Ladies and girls, and boys, and men. Now, this next point can sort of be seen as a double-edged sword, alright? So it's a bit of a pro and a con, but I'll leave it up to you, and that's, bikes are fast, man, and that's just something that is oh so delicious, and the first time you get a taste of that speed, you're addicted for life, and unfortunately, that's just who you are as an individual from that point onwards, a speed boy. Now, I enjoy my cruiser, but fortunately, the Honda Rebel has, technically, it's a sports bike engine. Yes, the Honda Rebel is detuned, but it's still a sports bike engine, so what can I say? It has a little bit of torque, and has a good amount of torque for a lamb's bike. Not the most amount of torque, it doesn't need that much, but it's got a good amount. But it boogies. Now, it stops at 171, but I tell you what, once you go that fast, you're like, I kind of want something faster. And here I am, you know, constantly talking about how I want an Aprilia RSV4 or an R1, but I can't afford such pretties. But I want one, baby. Please do me this service and just give me the goodness. Oh. But yes, bikes ruin your perception of speed, because going 150 on a bike the first time is cool, but doing it a few times, you're like, this isn't that fast. Doing 150 in a car, you feel like it's fast, but then on a bike, you just, probably because you're so visceral and you feel everything, it just doesn't have the same sort of intensity as doing it in a car does. Probably because less things are rattling and sound like you're braking, so you just don't feel like you're gonna die. Now obviously if you come off, it's gonna hurt a hell of a lot more, but just don't do that. Bikes are just dopamine boosts, man, and if you're having a bad day, like I said, don't, just fucking hop on a bike and your day will be infinitely better. But oh man, I don't know what this fucking car did. It got in this lane and then immediately wants to get out of this lane because people don't know how to fucking drive, apparently. Best things about having a bike is it just makes life better as a whole. Call it a toy, call it what you will, doesn't matter, alright? Because at the end of the day, they're sick. And if you have one, you already know there's a reason why you love them. And if you have an exhaust on it, you're right next to that puppy, so you fucking hear it all the time. And some bikes can be a bit annoying if they're too much, honestly. That's why you get earplugs and stuff. Come to think of it, I forgot my earplugs today. It's not quite in the habits yet because it's still fresh and it's a fresh thing. But man, enjoying the wind, go through like your body and past all your stuff, feeling the smells of the nature when you're out in the mountains, having a send with the boys, having a bad day, needing a pick-me-up, listening to that roar as you give it a fat downshift, like that's a growl. Now obviously if you have something like an MT-07 or an R7, or a Rebel 1100 for that matter, they have a bit more of a bite to that exhaust, because this is a, was it the 180 degree crank, so it's quite bland compared to some of the other ones. But oh man, I tell you what, like an R1, that bitch growls. But man, shit, having a bike is an experience that's just can't be boiled down into one word, but if it has to be, it'd be sick. And if it's 2 words, it's fucking awesome. The last point I have to make is bikes really do make you feel vulnerable, therefore everything just gets heightened, so your adrenaline, that's why the joy gets better. It's just it's an uplifting experience that really sort of wakes you up in a good way. Hence why they're just so wonderful. The visceral feeling and nature of bikes, just because you're so, you know, like I said, vulnerable, it's just, you really feel like anything can happen at any time, and maybe that's why bikers love it. We're all so numb to reality and emotions that anything that brings us some form of feelings just we long for it. Like being told that our dads are proud of us. Nah, I'm just kidding. My dad's a good boy. But oh man, that's about all I'm after today. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and sausages. I hope you all enjoyed your time around here. Obviously, I'll be posting much more content in the future. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe and all that nonsense. And yeah, take it easy, keep it cheesy, and have a good day. Peace!